The few versus most of that attempt QLA. You saw this last night. This is you, the room, and this is you, YouTubers. Pay attention, YouTubers, you fucking cunts. And Merry Christmas. You stand around and watch all the opportunities go by. You sit there, you sit there, you sit there. I'm surprised that the fucking wildebeest didn't step on the poor bitch. They sit there, oh, I'm getting ready. Bert's getting ready. Bert's getting ready. Rick's getting ready. Oh, maybe the next one. Maybe the next one. Maybe the next one. Oh, fuck, no, I'm tired now. Maybe the next one. Maybe the next one. And here comes. And there comes somebody like me. Just jumps on the fucker and eats it. Maybe the next one, Ray. Who in this room is that male lion? And the truth of the matter is the female lion does all the fucking hunting, not the male. So the male got tired of waiting. He must have been really hungry. Come on, you bitch. How come you're not doing anything? So he finally jumped on some poor fucker. Once you become fearless, life becomes limitless. Hope you enjoyed last night's dinner. If you didn't, it's too bad. There's no refunds. I've already told you that for the first time, we've actually had somebody that paid, that didn't come. Paid that didn't come. And no, I didn't give somebody the slot because I've been asked that several times. Could I have that slot because you got paid and the guy didn't come? No. He said give it to charity. He told me when he decided not to come, so we gave it to charity. You're here because you're alumni. You know that this is more or less what people think I am. I'm some sort of Neanderthal. I'm an animal of some sort of throwback. But I am. There's no doubt about that. We've told you before that we want you guys to ride to the streets of wherever you're from, like the fifth horseman of the apocalypse. A couple of you are, most of you aren't. You've had some disdain. I've talked about the 18-year-old kid who's done so well. You have disdain, some of you are ashamed, but I told him he shouldn't be here, whereas everybody here should be here, with maybe one or two exceptions. You should be here. Although you're more high performance than the people watching this on YouTube, you still got a long way to go, otherwise you wouldn't be here. You wouldn't be here. Now, we're closing in on my 23rd year of doing this. The first seminar I ever gave was at the Sheraton Hotel in Los Angeles in 1993. I had about right around 100 people that all paid $1,000. It's the first seminar I gave. Bruce the Whipple, Burl the Crump, Burl the Thumper Crump, Casey Stevenson. I thought, some of you have heard me say, that I would have to line up with security guards, 25 across and 1,000 deep, for people that would want to come and hear my stuff. I was so fucking wrong. You can't get much more wrong than that, because the word spread quickly. I've told you the quickest thing that spreads, not good news, but bad news, across the industry, that I was an animal and that I would humiliate you, make you cry in the seminars. And I used to make them cry when there was 100 or 500 in the room, let alone in these small compounds. And I gave 22 seminars in a row. In about 27 weeks, I gave 22 seminars across the United States. Some people followed me from seminar to seminar like groupies. I had wished that those groupies, although 2 or 3 of those groupies are up there, all those groupies would have taken in the information and spread it amongst the, like Christ and the bread on the water and that kind of shit. It didn't work that way. It took me years and years and years to get the message across. But I thought turning $800 into $500 million was a big fucking deal. It was, but every single person almost that came to the seminar said, that's Dan, that's not me, that's Dan. I'm not slick, silver-tongued like Dan. I'm not good-looking like Dan. I'm too fat, I'm too skinny, my tits are too small. Your tits are just right, though. My tits are too small. You know all the reasons. The same reasons you cocksuckers are coming on with today. I could have been somebody. I could have been a contender, but I fucked up on it. I've heard every motherfucking story known to man about why I should, I could have, etc. And in fact, now with the internet, there are new twists on why I couldn't. The internet was just in its infancy in those days. Al Gore hadn't discovered it, I guess, by then. It was just in its infancy. And now there's more reasons. Now, in those days, those people are the 90s and early 2000s. You can see they're drunk. We don't show the guys when they were jacking off on the snooker table and having sex on the snooker table. Those pictures aren't up there. But look at a Harvard doctor passed out drunk. And we used to drink at lunch, and we drank at breakfast because the hangovers were so fucking bad from the night before. At least 50% of the time they saw the sun come up. And that's where most of those people are from. And now we got you. What happened? And now it's easier. It's easier. What you think of yourself, because this is more prevalent today than it was back then. And you heard this last night, but we're going to hear it again for you fuckers.
Now, if you know what you're working
Take the hits. You're not willing to take the hits. Nobody in here is taking a hit like I've taken building my thing. And we're just going to show part of this from last night. This is allegedly one of the top 10 fights of the last 100 years. It's Gotti Ward, where they are killing each other and you don't know which one's going to win. Nobody in this fucking room has gone through any kind of pain like this fight. Nobody, Ray. Especially you, cunt. You want to get to be a billionaire or up on the Hall of Fame without taking the hits. That ain't gonna happen. That's not gonna happen. You want to get on that wall by being politically correct. That's not gonna happen. You can get up on the Hall of Fame without knowing what the fuck you're doing, which all puts you in that category, but you gotta pay the price. So far, nobody has. Nobody's taken a body shot like that. Gory thinks he has, but he hasn't. Bin Laden thinks he has because, he's been besmirched in the paper. He might think he has because he's been besmirched in the paper. Everybody understand besmirched? Look it up. Google fuck it. Some of these people haven't even remotely, they haven't even been, like I said last night, there are people in this room that have never been in a fist fight, never been knocked out, never taken a fucking beating like that. Now some of you have taken beatings like that by your father. Some of your father should have fucking beat you like that. You've heard my kid brother say, the only difference between me and my big brother is if Dad had beat me like he beat Dan, I'd be more successful, and he's very successful. But my dad got tired as he got older because he had a second family as he got older. The few versus most of that attempt QLA. You saw this last night. This is you, the room, and this is you, YouTubers. Pay attention, YouTubers, you fucking cunts. And Merry Christmas. You stand around and watch all the opportunities go by. You sit there, you sit there, you sit there. I'm surprised that the fucking wildebeest didn't step on the poor bitch. They sit there, oh, I'm getting ready. Bert's getting ready. Bert's getting ready. Rick's getting ready. Oh, maybe the next one. Maybe the next one. Maybe the next one. Oh, fuck, no, I'm tired now. Maybe the next one. And here comes. And there comes somebody like me. Just jumps on the fucker and eats it. Maybe the next one, Ray. Who in this room is that male lion? And the truth of the matter is the female lion does all the fucking hunting, not the male. So the male got tired of waiting. He must have been really hungry. Come on, you bitch. How come you're not doing anything? So he finally jumped on some poor fucker. Once you become fearless, life becomes limitless. The difference between me and everybody in this room is I have no fear of anything. Not physically, not mentally, not emotionally, psychologically, whatever fucking adjective you want to use, or maybe throw in a few adverbs. I have no fear. But yet, most of the people on that wall are not alpha males like me. They're little weenies like Chris. QLA mentees don't get ready, they stay ready. QLA is a way of life, be all you can be. Michael Jordan, I missed more than 9,000 shots in my career. I've lost almost 300 games. 26 times I've been trusted to take the game-winning shot and missed. I failed over and over and over again. That's why I succeed. Nobody wants to hear about my failures. And I got more than this whole room put together because I don't worry about them, and apparently he didn't worry about them. The world will not value me until I value myself. Now, this morning is the only time we're going to talk about this. This is a review. Now, this is from one of yous. I've taken the name out to protect the guilty. Thanks a lot for this, Dan. I can see that, as most of us, I'm pretty fucked up from my parents. Whenever there was a conflict, my mother thought there was a way to resolve it mutually, but never making a cut. My father let others take advantage of him, fully aware of it, but thinking it's a decent thing to do. I will go search for some of my German Nazi inside me. Limited to a few people here because there's not that many Nazis in the room. There are a few. Your mother and father fucked you up, are currently fucking you up, contrary to what some of you think. And being decent ain't gonna get you $1 billion. Change 1 billion lives and you'll make $1 billion. Then you can go out and save the motherfucking forest. The minute you have a backup plan, you've admitted you're not going to succeed. That's Elizabeth Holmes, the founder of Toronto, whatever the fuck that is. Doesn't she make underwear or panties or something? She's a billionaire. Blood testing, okay, well, not a bad looking chick, not a bad looking girl. I bet you're not getting blowjobs like that in fucking Kuala Lumpur. As Michael Phelps said, eat, sleep, and swim. Eat, sleep, QLA. Because we want you to become a QLA bot, like a fucking robot. Like they call the people Amazon, Amazbot or Amazon bot, or whatever the fuck they call them. You always ask them, what's the secret formula, Dan? What's the secret formula to getting some fucking money? Not the chump change you got, Vandercluster fuck. And the secret formula is this. I never wrote it down before because it's a fucking secret, right? But you're so fucking stupid, I'm gonna write it down. I've said this in the seminar countless times. The three of the most successful people in the last 22 years, each made 1,200, 1,500, and 1,800 cold calls in a year. Cold, that's, you don't know them, your secretary doesn't call them for you, your assistant doesn't call them for you, Tony. Okay? Because you're all cunts, we'll say you can only do 1,200 cold calls. 1,200 cold calls in 12 months, that's 100 cold calls a month. I used to make 100 cold calls in a motherfucking day. Because you only work 5 days a week, you may put shit down there like 7 days a week, but you're not even working 2 days a week. That's only 5 cold calls a day. That's the secret. And we have people, count the cold calls on this. Cold calls, one of my guys I also told not to be here. Financial presentations, cold calls. To keep your job 80 hours a week at Amazon, to be considered for promotion 85 hours a week. Off and YouTube, Merry Christmas, go fuck yourself on that note, happy note.